In this tutorial, we will cover cell and range names in Excel. Please open the file 04 Cell and Range Names. Cell references H2, F29 can be confusing, especially when you're working with formulas. However, cell and range names can help. You can define a name for a cell range. You can also do it for non-adjacent cells, formulas, constants, and tables. For example, you could name a range of cells, say from B16 to H16, as total sales. Then, instead of totaling the sales with the formula summing of B16 to H16, you could use the defined name to create a more readable formula and create one that says equal sum, open parentheses, total sales, close parentheses. To set up a name, you want to click on the cell you want to set up or select the cells. Then you'll see up in the name box, it currently is selecting cell E1. Click on that cell, and if you would, please type in rate, R-A-T-E, and hit enter to give it a name. Range names can be almost as long as you want, up to 255 characters. They have to begin with a letter or an underscore. They can't begin with numbers, and they can't look like a cell reference. You couldn't call one J29 because there's an actual J29 cell it would jump to. And also your cell names and range names cannot have any spaces in between them. You can use an underscore to represent a space, but if you have a space in there, it's not going to work that well. Now that we've created our range name, you'll see that with E1 selected, it shows range name in the name box. Go and click on cell C4. And we're going to use that range name in a formula. Go ahead and type your equal sign to tell Excel to do some work. And then we're going to click on cell B4 and multiply that. Go ahead and press Shift 8. We're going to multiply that by E1. Now you could click on it. Go ahead and click on E1. You'll see it puts the word rate in there. If you're concerned about spelling it correctly, besides clicking on it, you can also press the function 3 key to put in the range names that you have listed. All right, on the formula bar, go ahead and click on the check mark, and you'll see you have 1050 in there for you to work with. Your cell ranges are also good for doing presentations in Excel or allow you to navigate your workbook. Go up to the name box and click the drop down, and if someone asks you what rate means, you can click there and click on rate, and you'll see it goes and selects cell E1 where you have that cell reference selected. You can also click the drop down. You'll see there are other range names in there. Go ahead and click on agents, and you'll see it goes and selects the agent group. Click the drop down and you can see sales. Click on sales and you'll see it goes and selects your sales ranges. If you need to change your range name for information, you can do that. But before that, go and click on cell C4. One other benefit of using your range names is it does allow for the name to be absolute. So you don't have to worry about making it absolute as well. If you would, go and use the autofill, that box in the lower right-hand corner of C4, drag that down to C8, and you'll see if you click on C8, it's using B8 times rate. Rate automatically makes it absolute. If you need to change your cell or range names or delete them or edit them, you can go up to the formula ribbon. On the formula tab, you'll see your name manager. There are also some tools here to help set up and define names, using formulas, and create from what you have selected. But go ahead and click on name manager, and you'll see a listing in there of agents, rate, and sales. If you need to change any of them, you can select them. You'll see there's the edit button to go and change what you're working with it. So you can change the actual name or use a different cell on there, or you can delete them as well. For example, make sure that rate is selected and go ahead and click on delete. It'll ask, are you sure? Click OK, and then close the name manager. Because Excel no longer knows what rate means, you should see an error in your C column, a bunch of hashtag name question mark, because Excel no longer knows what rate means. Click on cell E1, click in the name box, and if you would, put rate back in there R-A-T-E, and remember to hit the Enter key to accept it. You'll see it corrects that error, and now Excel knows what rate is, so it can actually use it in the formula that you're working on. But using cell and range names makes your job a little easier as you're working with your formulas in Excel.